So Clayton Kershaw is 27, and he'll have Troy Tulowitzki's
30.
Yeah.
31.
So he's about to be finished his career.
Well, Tulo does have a history of injuries. I mean, you don't know with Tulo.
Okay.
Kershaw, pretty darn healthy.
How many Cy Youngs has he won?
3.
Last year, MVP?
Yes. It's not about last year. It's about this year. The All-Star Game is about this year.
Oh,
it is.
Bull.
Well,
that is bull. I mean, you think
we're not talking about Willie Mays here. We're not talking about a guy at the end of his career, and we want to honor him in some way.
Would you go back and look? I'd invite you to do it after the show and see when Sandy Koufax would go to the All-Star Game. And Sandy Koufax didn't win 20 games every year. He didn't win a 10-game winner at the All-Star Game. Don't you want to see Clayton Kershaw?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's.
But I'm talking about who deserves to go to the game.
Well, I don't. He
from a
deserves
statistical standpoint, he doesn't deserve to go to the game.
Well, I don't care. Would you rather see? Let's take a healthy, non-steroided Barry Bonds, or do you want to see Hector Lopez?
I want to see Barry Bonds.
Well, that's my case.
I don't even know who Hector Lopez is.
He was a third baseman.
I know, I'm kidding.
For the Yankees. Look who's on the All-Star team, and I can give you 8 guys that you don't care whether you wouldn't go see them if they were pitching over in the corner here.
Well, here's the other thing. I don't even know if Kershaw's going to pitch in the game, because even if he makes the roster, there are other pitchers who deserve to pitch the game before him. So why send him to the game if he's not even probably not going to pitch?
Well, he's going to pitch. If he were there. Oh, let's see. I got Charlie Jackson.
It also depends on the rotation
Smith.
for the
I got
Dodgers
Clayton
going into the
Kershaw.
game.
You think I'm not going to pitch Clayton Kershaw? You're respectfully, I love you. I know I'm not supposed to.
However,
you are so wrong about this. You were going to slide past this and not let me react to it.
Oh, not at all.
We talked about it earlier. Clayton Kershaw is one of the top 3 or 4 pitchers in all of baseball.
Agreed. I just said that.
Why isn't he in the All-Star game?
I would want either he or Max Scherzer on the mound for me tonight in a must-win game.
Well, I don't understand your point that he doesn't deserve to go to the All-Star game.
No, he doesn't. He's not having an All-Star season. He's just not. He's not throwing the ball that well, Woody.
He's leading the league in strikeouts.
Okay.
Troy Tulowitzki's having a bad year hitting home runs, right?
He's still 4th in the National League among shortstops.
Oh, 4th among shortstops.
Yeah, but you're ignoring the other 10.
All of them,
Hold on.
All of them are the weakest hitters in baseball.
Let me point out the fallacy of your argument right now. Troy Tulowitzki leads all shortstops or is second in a number of categories, like 7 or 8 categories. But the one category you pick is home runs. He's not doing that well. But on the other side, you point out the one category Kershaw's doing well in, but you're ignoring all the other categories.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what you did.
No. Strikeouts, right?
Right.
He's
strikeouts. 5 and 6. He's a loser.
There is a new analytic, and I know you're still dealing with box scores. There's a new analytic
I read all the analytics.
When you put together home runs and strikeouts, runs scored, innings pitched, he is number 1 over those pitchers that are in the game.
Okay.
Well,
in this one analytic. In this one analytic.
And the strikeouts. That would be 2.
All right, 2 analytics.
Troy Tulowitzki. Average. He's not number 1 in average.
Among National League shortstops, he is.
No, but he's not number 1 in the National League in hitting, is
He's
he?
4th in the National League in hitting.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
So over here we have Clayton Kershaw's number 1 in strikeouts and number 1 in the analytic that you don't trust. Over here we have a guy.
I didn't say I didn't trust him. I said it's one analytic.
Over here, we don't have a guy that's number 1 in anything.
Nobody loves watching pitching more than me. But Clayton Kershaw is not having a good season. He's just not. He shouldn't be in the All-Star game. There are other pitchers who are having better seasons, and the All-Star game is about who's having the best first half of the season.
Is that
this is the sports page, yes.
Okay, I'm going to...
What do you want?
Put everything else on hold. I want the All-Star roster, the pitchers. I want... Asking our staff, it would take a while. I thought you could turn pages faster than that.
No, I can't.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Do they have a list of the pitchers? Can I look at it? Is it okay if I look at it?
Yeah.
And if I just...
Here's the All-Star.
Here, I've got even better. You do it. My glasses in my pocket somewhere. Okay. All right. So I'm going to mention the pitcher.
Okay.
in the National League.
No, you know what? I'm going to stage a preemptive strike here. I would rather see Kershaw more than any of them except for Max Scherzer. How's that?
No, National League.
Okay.
We're not dealing with the American League. He's not trying out for the American League.
He's the Washington
Madison
Nationals now.
Bumgarner.
What about him?
I'm saying yes or no, that you would rather see this guy than Clayton Kershaw.
Bumgarner's throwing better than Kershaw, so yeah, right now I'd rather see Bumgarner.
A.J. Burnett.
No, I'd rather see Kershaw.
Okay. Chapman, the relief pitcher.
Aroldis Chapman? I'd rather see Chapman right now.
Okay, so that's...
Especially if he's closing.
That's two that you'd rather see than Kershaw. Jarrett Cole.
He's throwing really well. He's like 12 or 13 game winner.
So that's,
I'd rather see Kershaw.
Okay, 2-2.
I know where you're going with this.
Well,
Who would you rather see? Well,
yes,
I'd rather see Kershaw.
This is taking 5 minutes.
But you know what? I'd rather see A-Rod at the plate rather than half the American leaguers.
Why?
Some utility guy from Boston named Holt. I'd rather see A-Rod at the plate.
Really?
New York Mets. I'd rather see Kershaw.
You'd rather see Zach Greinke pitch than Clayton Kershaw.
He's throwing fabulously.
I'm not asking you. The question
right now,
is, would you rather?
Pitch.
Okay, all right. Well, you're trying your best to make your shitty point there. Mark Melancon. I don't even know who he is.
Melanson, Pittsburgh reliever. I'd rather see Kershaw.
Thank you. Shelby Miller.
I'd rather see Kershaw. Woody,
Jonathan
I get it. I'd rather see Kershaw.
Okay. Francisco Rodriguez from the Brewers.
I'd rather see Kershaw.
Trevor Rosenthal.
I'd rather see Rosenthal.
Max Scherzer.
99 miles an hour, shutting down the game.
Michael Wacha.
Scherzer, I'd rather see Scherzer right now.
Okay.
I get it.
You don't think there's a spot among that bunch? There are like 6 pictures of the group. You go, yeah, I'd rather see Clayton Kershaw.
I was talking about I was talking about technically who deserves to go.
He deserves to go. He's better than 8 or 9 of those pitchers.
This year. Not this year.
Who chose you as to sit on the throne and
go? I chose me.
Oh,
before the show, I proclaimed it to everybody. Did I not proclaim it to everybody? I should choose the All-Star teams.
You're amazing to me on this. Oh yeah, I'd rather watch some guy named Francis the Talking Mule than
if he's got a winning record, maybe.
Oh, because he's got a winning record. Oh, so it's the 9th inning.
Oh, I forgot. According to the analytics guys, wins don't mean anything anymore.
Well, then you would agree that they don't mean anything. All the other stuff.
I was being sarcastic.
Okay, well, I can't believe it. I just cannot move on until you admit you're wrong.
Well, you better get ready to move on because we're doing that. What are we doing?
Why?
Broncos.
Oh, you are in charge of the world. I forgot. We're gonna address this. I'm gonna come back.
We just did for 10 minutes.
No, we're gonna address it some other day because we got some time until the voting's finished.
That's fine.
Because by the end of the week, I think my people who are going to vote are going to go, yeah, Woody's right. Les is totally wrong. I want to see how many people you get out
Kershaw's record,
to say don't vote for him.
Kershaw's analytics could be worse by the time we get to the All-Star game. He's got another start coming up.
They could be better. He could be a 6-game winner by the All-Star break. How many of those guys have won 6 games? He's having such a terrible, lousy, no good year.
All the starters on the roster have.
I didn't say that. I said, how many of those guys on the roster?
Well, they're relievers. A lot of them are relievers.
All right, so 8 of those guys. You'd really rather have a guy that's a 1-inning guy and a guy that could actually pitch.
I didn't say that. I didn't say I'd rather have. I said I don't think Kershaw statistically is deserving.
Oh, you keep changing it.
That's what I've said the whole way.
No,
the whole way, including in my commentary.
Statistically, he does belong on there. I just proved that to you.
From one analytic? Two analytics?
Strikeouts, is that an analytic?
Yes.
He's number 1 in the National League in strikeouts.
Okay.
Move on.